Right, welcome back everyone. We are back out on what we call the monastery field. Today we are down at the bottom end. Now we've got a wind mic. It's a little bit windy down here, but you might not hear the wind, but I guarantee you're going to hear the traffic. Now we've come down to this bottom bit because we've had some nice finds on this bottom part. Not so much behind us and at the far back. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to this bottom part. As you know, we're using the Garrett Ace Apex. We've got the double D radar coil on. The other Apex has got the Viper coil on. So we'll be changing in and out, no doubt, today. Also, we're using the Blackadder Gladys spade. Now, if you want to know the settings I'll be running the Apex in, stay tuned today and I'll give you a little rundown throughout this video. And as I say, yeah, we're going to make our way over that way and then walk our way back this way really slowly and see what we can't find. So we're going to get over that way and I will catch you at the first. Right, I've just got one here for you now, just in front of the coil there. As you can see, it's got like a jumpy, dull kind of irony kind of tone there. Now, just in front of the coil, just there's a bit of iron ore. Now, with iron ore, if it's on the top of the surface, it's a little bit, your Apex will jump between a 36 and a 38. Now, if it's a bit bigger and it is a tiny little bit deeper and it is quite a big bit of iron ore, it'll come up as a solid 38. Now, a lot of people say to me, well, then why don't you discriminate the iron ore from 38. Now, some items, and as a lot of people will tell you with any metal detector, some items, the deeper they go, they can actually change the target ID number, or depend on which way the item's laying. So you've always got to take that into consideration. So that's why I only discriminate the first four. Run it in multi-frequency mode, sensitivity 2 from top. Got it in custom mode, so I can set it, and I'll be set to that every time. As I say, I'm running multi-frequency mode. I've got the iron volume on 0. I always have the iron volume on 0 because I've discriminated the first four anyway, and I ground balance it roughly every half an hour. I love using the double D radar coil. The other one's got the bigger coil on, but as I say, that's what happens when you pick up a little bit of iron ore. You don't miss targets. I mean, if there was something next to it, it would pick it up and it would ignore the iron ore, but the iron ore, as I say, solid 38 if it's a big chunk, and if it's a small bit, 36 to a 38. Let's crack on, and I will see you somewhere over there. Right, on to our first proper target. It's a bit of a sketchy one there. It's in the 70s. It's quite deep though, so it's jumping slightly. It's just in front of the coil. If we walk around a bit, might be able to pick up a little bit better. Alright, it's just jumping there into the 60s. Right, it's front of the coil there. Let's dig it out, find out what it is, and I'll catch you in a minute. It wasn't really that deep. Bit of lead Rooney. Don't think there's anything on it. It's almost at the surface there. That's why it was quite a high tone. Usually lead gives off I think it's between a 58 and a 64, depending on how close the top it is and how big the lead is as well. I mean, if it's a solid big ball of lead, it usually rings up at a 58 solid. There you have it. First target, bit of lead. Right, so we've made one little line over and back, one or two tiny little bits of lead. Not really a lot on the way over. This one, really sketchy old tone, that really grunty kind of tone. Not sure what that is, no idea what that is, just a bit of toot looks like to me. But as I say, we're going to carry on and we're going to stick around this area. Who knows, we may not just have nothing. I'm hoping for some buttons because we found a few buttons down this far back, and I do like finding the buttons because some of them are quite patterned. So last target, let's carry on. Alright, so jumping like crazy there, but that is really deep, that. Alright, it's really jumpy. Walk around it and see if you can pick up the better target, but what it is, I think where it's so deep as well, it's just jumping. So it's right there in front of the coil. We're going to dig it out. Might dig it out, find out what it is. Oh, that's what the target was there. Jumping slightly. I thought it was a hem weight at first, but could be a hem weight. It's definitely not got a patch for a lead token or nothing on it. That is just going to be a blank lead token or a blank hem weight, who knows. Yeah. Do like finding lumps of lead, you're melting it down. Right, let's carry on. So we ain't done too bad so far. Done a few lines. Not had much interest at the moment. We've got a button and a few bits of lead and a shotgun in there, and we ain't really had much at the moment. But as I say, you've just got to pick a certain area and work it. And if you don't really find much, you know next time try the other way, grid it, maybe go this way and then go back down that way afterwards, because you never know. I've always tried to sort of grid certain fields, but this field I'm gridding more because, as I say, buildings are going on here, so I'm actually putting it into gridding because it ain't going to be ploughed again. But while I stop for a minute, while I catch my breath and we get a drink and that, I'm going to pop up to Lincolnshire because Mark has just messaged me to tell me he has had an absolute stunning find. So right, over to you, Mark, and I'll catch you guys in a minute.
Thanks, Tessa.
Finally done it. We've had 2 fibulas off. Oh, that looks very nice, doesn't it? We've had 2 fibulas off here. We're kind of around this area. I just had a little signal. We have got number 3. Number 3 fibula. Thank God for that. So we're just waiting for that wow factor. And there it is. Don't know what kind it is. On these, got a bit of decoration. This one's a little bit more battered up, but it's pretty straight. So we finally got another one. There's where the pin would have been. Rusted up there. Spring in there. But yeah, we got one. We got one. It's about more or less in the same area. Kind of, I think I've got one over there and I got one over there. And so yeah, that is cool. That is cool. A fibula. That's made my day. I don't know how Mark's doing. He's somewhere over there. Just gone down the hill a bit, I think. But yeah, thank God for that. Fibula number 3 off this field. So there's got to be more. But we haven't, you know, it's just been one of them days. There's just been not a lot coming up. Buttons, bits of scrap metal, very few bits of lead, surprisingly. But hey ho, a lovely fibula. Brilliant.
Back to you, Tessa.
Mark, what can I say? What an absolute stunning Roman fib that is. I've only ever found a small kids one and little bits of Roman fib. Never one as gorgeous as that. So guys, go over and check out Mark's channel. I'll leave a description to his channel below. Hit the link, go over and sub to him, because I'll tell you what, he finds some absolute stunning stuff. We're on to our first target straight after lunch. Solid 88, 89. It's not really that deep neither. Ooh, I'm not sure. It don't sound canny. Sounds like a massive lump of brass or something, maybe. Right. Let's find out what that is. Right. Well, once I dug it, it was out. I couldn't find where the heck it had gone. I mean, literally, it just totally had gone. And then I looked at the end of the spade. And look at that. That looks like a cartwheel penny. Oh, look at the print it's left in there. Oh, get in. Oh, I don't know if there's going to be much on that. What we'll do is we'll give that a clean up, because mud's pretty sticky, especially over this side. I think it's where the water holds up. Let me give that a quick rub. We'll find out what that is. That's definitely a cartwheel penny. You can see by the outer border there. King George III, no doubt. Oh, I think that's just going to be like a toasted one. When you find these are, most of them are just really worn, really bad. 18th century cartwheel penny. We'll give it a clean up. Oh, we might be able to see something about there, but we'll give it a clean up. Put something up there on the side. But that's the first coin today. Get in. What an absolutely little stunning find that is. I do like finding things like that. All right, let's carry on our way around this bit then, because now we've found a coin, we're definitely going to stick to this bit, and we're going to see what else we can't find. As you can see, the motorway's just there, just in front of us. There's like an old road that goes to a campsite behind me, but that used to be a really, really old road, that is, and they put the motorway right through it, i.e. that's why it's so loud. So what we've done is we've come along now, so we're going to do this edge bit. Just had a solid 55. Check this out for a bit of lead. Don't know what pattern's on there for, but I'll tell you what, them little bits there, just better put my hand across there, and they're pretty sharp, them. Got no idea what that is, but it's a bit of lead, a Rooney. But as I say, pretty noisy down this end, but we're going to keep our way going down that end. We've had a few cans, you're going to get that, especially along the edge, but there's our last target, a bit of lead, a Rooney. 45 to a 50, this one, ring pull. Now, when you're doing an area that's quite close to a footpath or a road, that you know you're going to get a lot of cans, don't give up on that area, as I say, because you just never know what you're going to find in the area. Now, I've not had much as we've started off, but coins always seem to come, or when the field's been ploughed over time, most stuff always seems to come down, especially this field seems to be a hill, so it all seems to run down this end. So never give up on the end, even though you do find a lot of cans and ring pulls and bits of toot, because you just never know. So we're going to make our way over there a little bit more, and then we're going to come back this way and over there and then back, and who knows, traffic is really noisy. We've just had a ring pull and we're going to carry on. So we're still working the edge. Got a bit of a jumpy one here. It's in the 40s, but that gold coin, when it was in the 42s, 43s, it was quite a high kind of, the tone at the back was quite, hang on a second. Thank you very much. Right, so right at that, so yeah, as I was saying, the gold coin, when it was reading up at 43, 42, 43, it had quite a nice tone at the back. Not like this one, it's quite grunty, this one. But it's just there. So as you can see, I've walked down the edge. Now I've filled my holes in, always fill your holes back in. I mean, it's quite wet down near the edge, so you can see where I've been. So I've kept close to this edge, and what we're going to do is walk back up that way. And we just had this one out. This one was a 52. Tiny little lead foot. Yeah, just a little lead foot off some sort of figure. But we're going to carry on our way down to the second red post. Then we're going to come out and then walk back that way and see what else we can't find. But there you have it. What an absolute stunning little find that is. Oops. Alright, so we ain't doing too bad. Working really, really slow. And I mean really, really slow. Now, I find a lot of these and I have no idea what they are. So if anyone knows what they are, it's like twisted bits of brass of some kind. I've got no idea. So if anyone in the video that's watching this knows what that is, leave a comment below, because I have no idea, and as I say, I find loads of them. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. Dug more cans out, putting the cans all at the end there, and then before we go we'll pick them all up, because we're going to move the cans because I'm going to come back and go the opposite way next time. So there you have it, last target. Alright, now this one, 55, 56 on the apex. I'll tell you what, God, it was hard to find that. I was looking for it for a while. Size that for a button. Look at that. That's huge. That is a huge butt on, size of it. Don't mind finding the old buttons. They go in the old button pot. There you have it. Just a butt on. Oh, get in. This one was a 55 solid. And check this out. I think that is a matrix seal. See the bit on the back there? That holds it. And I think that is a lead matrix seal. We'll give it a clean up. And we'll stick a few stills up. But that is a matrix seal. Oh, get in. Oh, what a day. What a day. Oh, that is stunning. It's just a shame I can't see too much without the old glasses on. But we're going to give it a clean up and put a few stills up. But get in. Oh, what a beautiful find that is. Look at that. Oh, stunning. Get in. Oh, yes. Right, so this one, I thought it was a bit of can. It's a bit of silver. Looks like the back of a pocket watch. So that looks like. It's definitely silver. We're going to unroll it, put a few stills up on the side there. Absolute screaming tone. That was in the 60s. Thought it was a bit of a can at first. But there you have it. Goes to show. Always check your cans. Tiny bit of silver. Now this one we thought was silver for a minute when we first turned it over. Just a button. Another button. Oh, quite a few buttons. Mark ain't doing too bad though. He's had a few buttons. Just seems to be buttons down this end, right at the very corner part, as we're right over this side of the field. My new wind mic should be here tomorrow. I've got the wrong one, so I have to send it back and get another one. And then that should stop all the noise altogether. But that's our last target. As I say, most of these buttons are coming up at between a 48 and a 52, and it's quite a dull tone. Yeah, it's just the ground's really wet again today, absolutely soaking. But you just never know. Oh, this one was a weird tone. This was kind of like a 42, 43 tone. I mean, I got it quite close to the top, went to a 50. Butt on. Just a butt on. Now, I found a lot of these buttons over time. Probably about 18th, 19th century, early 19th century, if anything. And did find a lot of these in the old field. But it's a button and it's a find. Right, so this one was a 73 on the apex. Just a big crusty penny. I did see a, looks to me like it could be an Edward. George. It's George. Nah, it's just really crispy. We'll give it a clean up, as I say. If we've got anything on there, we'll throw a few steels up afterwards. But not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. But I tell you what, some absolute stunning finds have come up on a different bit of field, so stay tuned for that. But our last target of the day is an old penny.